Hypnotic language and the police. We want to talk in this video about police, use of language. In fact, Mike Mandel used to be a police trainer.
Yeah, I was a police trainer. I taught the Ontario Police College, taught seminars for them, taught Ontario Provincial Police, Virginia, New York State. Yes, definitely something I've done.
And you've taught police how to use language effectively and
words as a force option
in stressful situations. So what we want to do in this video is we want to cut to a clip of something that went wrong. Basically, we had a federal officer who approached a resident in a neighborhood, and I guess the resident thought, I don't believe this person is a legit federal officer. I'm going to call the local police. Local police now show up, guns drawn, and they're trying to get this federal agent to comply with their instructions, and it goes horribly wrong. Nobody gets hurt, but no. Let's show the clip, and then let's come back and we'll discuss how this guy, how both of them could have done better. Ready? Here we go.
Hey, turn around. Let me see your hands. Turn around. Let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. I need to see some ID. Get on the ground. Get on the ground now. Get on the ground.
What is your deal?
Get on the ground now.
I'm a federal agent.
917-110-3.
I'm a federal agent.
Get on the ground.
Get on the ground. I'm a federal agent.
Why wouldn't you show me your ID when I got here? Don't move forward.
You didn't ask for it. You didn't ask for it.
Get on the ground. We'll figure it out.
Not getting on the ground.
Well, then stay where you're at.
I'll stay where I'm at.
Fine. Why do you got to make this harder than it is?
Listen, I'm not getting up.
I have no problem making this.
I just want to see if anybody else respond as well. You're the one overreacting.
I'm not overreacting. We got a call that someone's impersonating a police officer out here, doesn't have ID.
No kidding, because she doesn't want to open it.
Okay, get on the ground so I can find out who you are.
It ain't happening.
Okay, so having watched the clip now, Mike, what do we want to say about this?
Well, I noticed that this escalated to shouting very, very quickly, to raise voices, high intensity. So you're getting adrenaline, you're getting cortisol, the blood
volume equals
all
authority.
The stress chemicals are pouring in, and immediately you start to get auditory exclusion. People start to shut out what other people are saying, and so right away, it's going off the rails very quickly. And I think that was, in my opinion, because the federal agent, who should have known better, did not comply immediately.
So very first thing is the federal agent should have simply followed the instructions to get on the ground face down, and then they could have checked his ID. He didn't do that. That was his mistake. Now we're going to shift it to the perspective of the first officer who arrived on the scene. So what did he do wrong, and what could he have done better, in our opinion?
Well, he could have used string sentences, using and instead of but. He could have honored the man's model of the world and then redirected.
Yeah. So if he says, hey, I'm a federal agent. I got my ID in my pocket.
Yes, sir. And get on the ground and we'll check your ID.
Right. He could have done something like that.
Yeah.
He could have honored him.
But he actually said, okay, fine.
Yeah, what happened is he said, okay, fine. When the local officer said, get on the ground, the guy says, not going to happen. His response was, okay, fine, and just stay there, or whatever he said. I can't remember the details now, but he was acknowledging that it's okay, fine.
It was odd,
that
yeah.
You're not following my command, that I then shout at you even louder 5 seconds later, right?
Right.
So they're
escalating it up, very, very quickly. And when you get another local officer involved and they're threatening to tase him and so on, it just...
Yeah, I think they did in the end tase him and stuff, but it was a bad situation. The federal agent misbehaved badly. The local agent, the local officer, should have simply used cleaner language, yes, and statements.
Simple language. The higher the stress, the more likely the person will misunderstand you. If you get complex, just keep your language very, very simple. Remember, I wrote the taser challenge, the Mandel taser challenge, used Canada-wide.
Because it used to be very complicated, right?
Right. Keep it simple. Yeah. Keep it simple. So we'll see in this case. I mean, it's a very interesting video. I think the takeaway here is if the police show up and tell you to get on the ground, it doesn't matter if you're the president of the United States, get on the freaking ground right away, because that is their model of the world. You must comply with that. And any amount of resistance is going to escalate things.
And if you're an authority figure and you're telling someone legitimately what to do and they're not doing it, acknowledge, yes, I'm sure you don't want to. And once you get on the ground face down, I'll confirm your ID and we'll be on our way.
Even that's a bit complex, though. I understand, sir. Get on the ground and we'll check your ID. Well, I've got ID here. I understand, sir. Get on the ground. Just over and over and over without shouting,
the agree and
without
repeat
pouring in more volume and more adrenaline into the situation.
So there's some simple stuff that could have been done to improve this. We'll leave the video here and I'll put a link in the description below so that if you want to claim our free course on conversational hypnotic language, it might be quite useful for you in a variety of situations. So check it out. The link is there. The course is free. We think you're going to love it. I am Chris Thompson.
I'm Mike Mandel.
And we run MikeMandelHypnosis.com. We'll see you in the next video. Thanks again and good night.